Reputation. This is the word that scares everyone in email marketing, especially people who are not super experienced. How do I make sure Google likes me? How do I make sure to stay out of the spam trap? And so on. If you're in e-commerce, it should be easy because everyone on your list has subscribed. They've consented somehow. Or even if you're getting them through methods like retention where they don't consent, they know your brand, right? So how do we, why are people so worried about reputation, and why, how do we keep the reputation high? This video is to show you that reputation is actually a super easy thing. Like, it's really, really basic if you think about it in the right way. And the reason a lot of people are scared of it is because they overcomplicate it in their heads way too much. So I'm gonna explain in a couple minutes how reputation works and how we can think about it, right? So, and I'm really trying to simplify it because it's overcomplicated, right? I'm not oversimplifying this. I'm explaining it because it's a very simple thing, actually, right? So, reputation at its core is how, let's just use Google as an example, but it's the same with Yahoo, all the other ones. Reputation is how much Google likes you, right? So your reputation with Google is Google liking you. And how do we know if Google likes you? Google likes you based on KPIs, as always with data, right? So Google has some KPIs that decide if they like you or not. And now you can start thinking, oh, I'm going to start hacking the system. I'm going to go, do some sketchy things to make those KPIs higher. You really don't need to do that at all. Those KPIs are based on very simple things, which is actions that your customers do, right? Actions that your customers take. Sorry. So why is that important? It's important because if you think about it, you're sending emails to make money from your customers. So the way to make more money from your customers is to send them good emails that they're gonna like, to not send them too many emails because they're gonna unsubscribe and they're gonna stop opening your emails if you spam them, to send them high quality content that they're gonna get excited to read, right? Or to view, or whatever the medium is. You want to do things that are good for your customers because that is good for your brand. You're building a relationship with your customers. So Google is really not the enemy in this, right? Because now if you think about it, you're building a relation. You have every incentive to do things with emails that are good that your customers will enjoy. Google built all these crazy metrics to measure if your customers are enjoying what you're sending them. So all you have to do is what you were going to do anyway, which is building emails that your customers are going to like. So if you are worried about reputation, all that stuff, the easiest way to think about reputation is if I do something that's good for my customers, then Google is going to like that because Google is going to think, oh, this customer engages, this brand is driving positive value through my platform, and therefore I'm going to encourage this brand. I'm going to put them in the inbox, I'm going to show them more and they're not going to bounce. And that's how reputation works. All Google wants to know is if their users are enjoying what you're sending them. So if you're sending things that people are going to enjoy, which is your incentive anyway, then you have no problem with reputation at all. Now, okay, you might think I oversimplified this. How do I even know what my customers are going to like? I'm not an email expert. Fine, that makes sense. But you are an email user. I'm willing to bet that you're an email user. You have probably several email accounts that are getting tons of emails every day. So what you can do is start thinking from a user perspective. Just put yourself in your user's shoes and think, would I like this? Would I like getting the same email multiple times in a row? Or maybe is that something that would annoy me a little bit? And just, kind of things like that. It's kind of simple to think about the broad lines of it. And that's really all you need to maintain good reputation, is not to do crazy things. It doesn't matter if you have an email every now and then, that has a high spam complaint rate. You might have, everyone makes mistakes, and Google doesn't penalize you for that unless it's really crazy high spam rate, right? Which you're not going to reach in an e-commerce setting because customers know your brand. So this whole obsession with reputation can be a little bit blown out of proportion, because really at its core what it means is respect your users, right? Send them things they're going to enjoy, don't spam them, and all these things are things that are going to lead to you making more money with emails anyway. Even if every email went to inbox and there was no such thing as sender reputation, doing those things would still lead to you making more money. So I hope this clears things up about reputation a little bit, right? Think about it from a human perspective instead of thinking about it from an algorithm perspective. You don't have to hack any algorithms. You just have to make emails that are humanly enjoyable. So I hope this helps, and I hope this makes you feel better about reputation. It definitely makes me feel better about sending emails at all, to think about it that way, because I know I'm trying to make people happy. I'm not trying to scam my way through the algorithm, and you get good results if you do this. So leave any comments on your take on reputation if you want, and like this video if it helped you, and thanks for watching.